everyone. Just give a few immediate seconds for everyone to join the live stream. Welcome to our session called ErasmusIntern.org, where trainees and traineeships meet, presented by us at the Erasmus Student Network. The Erasmus Student Network is one of the largest student organizations in Europe that focuses on supporting international youth, primarily students, on various international mobility experiences, such as those provided by the Erasmus Plus program. So what we really wanted to talk about today is to focus on internship opportunities for students. So we'll introduce you in very briefly our own internship platform called ErasmusIntern.org. Now, very shortly about who you will be able to see today. Your lovely hosts for today. My name is Kaspars. I am the board member at the Erasmus Student Network that is responsible for our various digitalization projects such as ErasmusIntern.org. And I'm joined by my friend Shardop, who is our partnership manager also at ESN. Now, before we start off, just a quick reminder to please use the chat functionality to ask us questions already during the entire session, so that when we get to the end and tackle a few questions, we can jump straight to the exciting part of your questions. In case we don't manage to go through all the questions, just a reminder that we also have a booth at the fair, so you can always also approach us there after the webinar and tomorrow. But until then, we are looking forward to really seeing the various questions you have, and we'll do our best to tackle them. Now, the first thing that we really wanted to talk about is more of the background of how a student organization such as ESN ended up creating an internship platform. So I'll pass it to Shardop to really talk a bit more about the background that led us to developing ErasmusIntern.org.
Thank you, Kaspars, for the nice introduction. Hello, everyone. As a reminder, please feel free to ask me questions anytime during the webinar. Just keep it an interactive webinar. I will start with introducing the Erasmus Plus program. As you know, is a very broad program and it offers a multitude of possibilities. And one of them is being internships. A lot of people know about the Erasmus Plus study abroad semester or study abroad year, where students go to study in another country. But less people know about the Erasmus Plus internships. And that's why we needed to create a platform. And it was part of STORY. STORY stands for Strengthening the Training Opportunities for International Youth. And it is a program, a project that is funded by the EU and carried out by the Erasmus Student Network. And one of the missions of STORY is to create and ensure a comprehensive assessment of study and traineeship mobilities in Europe. And actually, my own story started with STORY in the Erasmus Intern. I finished my master's degree last year in Stockholm, and I wanted to gain more practical experience, hands-on experience, away from all the theoretical knowledge that I have gained in my master program and my university. And I applied for an internship through the platform that we are presenting today, through Erasmus Intern. And I got accepted. After getting accepted at Erasmus Intern, I contacted my international office at the Stockholm University, and I received the Erasmus Plus scholarship, which helped me move to another country, cover the cost of moving, and start a career. And my internship was supposed to be for 6 months, but after 3 months, so halfway through the internship, I got offered the position. And here I am today, living in Brussels and doing this job because of Erasmus Intern.
Indeed. As you see, we have a personal experience of Erasmus Plus internships and Erasmus Plus journey. Now, it's also important to look more broadly on the direction that the EU and the European education area is going. And in fact, there's an increasingly a larger push towards development of skills, particularly digital skills, because we live in an age where required competencies change all the time, and it's quite clear that during our lifetimes we'll have to train and retrain in various different competencies, which is why internships, in our opinion, also so important, because they really give you a chance to meet the leading employers, various companies, to gain international experiences and professional experiences that will help you build. And this is, for example, very much in line with the new Digital Education Action Plan that the European Commission has recently shared. And it also builds into the European skills agenda the fact that we really need to move towards developing more and varied skills that will support lifelong training and learning inside the European Union for a wide audience, making it as inclusive and diverse as possible. So these were really the things that we kept in mind as we were looking at how we can help support potential Erasmus Plus traineeship participants in their journeys. Another thing that we got involved quite early is the Digital Opportunity Traineeship Scheme. So it's targeted at filling vacancies that need digital skills. We increasingly live in a digital society where anyone, depending on their jobs, needs to use digital skills and tools. So this also links Erasmus Plus in many ways with the digital single market. That's also a key part of the EU position moving forward. And ultimately, of course, we just wanted to create the platform since there's quite a few challenges that entail going on an internship. And since Adam, you have experienced some of these yourself, I will once again give the floor to you to talk a bit more about what are the challenges we as ESN see in Erasmus Plus internships at the moment.
Thank you, Kaspers. So we aim, in line with the European agenda, to create and equip the young talents with practical experience, with digital skills that they will need in their job. At the same time, provide them with an international perspective through living in a new country and experiencing a new culture. But what are the challenges that make it more difficult for traineeships and trainees to happen? Well, first of all, we have the lack of professional skills that contributes to the unemployment of the youth, and the insufficient financial support for trainees. A lot of trainees find it difficult to move to a new country and the lack of the financial support, and lack of financial resources. And also the working language, moving to a new country where the language is different and the working language in the office is not familiar. And that also contributes to the integration, to the difficulty of integration into the organizational culture in the different countries. These are some of the problems that we need to tackle. And then we have the administrative burden, which also is not the easiest thing to deal with, and the recognition of the traineeships abroad. A lot of the trainees express their fear of their internship or traineeship not being recognized when they go back to their home countries. So how do we tackle these issues? My friend Kaspers will explain it in the next slide.
Indeed, we really thought that what's important is to create a marketplace where anyone who is interested in doing an international internship, primarily through the Erasmus Plus program, a place where they can find quality, transparent internships from various employers from around the participating countries of the Erasmus program. And of course, to also give the opportunity for potential internship providers and potential employers the chance to find them more diverse, internationally minded community of students, and to create a symbiotic relationship where both sides can grow and really develop through the possibilities of the Erasmus Plus program, which is why we have developed the ErasmusIntern.org platform, which is really the marketplace where trainees and traineeships meet. It's a place where you can discover internships, where you can apply for internships, communicate with internship providers. It really supports you through the whole journey of doing an internship, trying to make it as clear and as transparent as possible. Now, images aren't necessarily the best way to show things. So before we move on to a short demo we prepared, I just wanted to mention that we have been extremely satisfied and happy to see the platform being widely adopted and being useful. Looking at the past academic year, for example, we already had 31,500 interns on the platform, 9,500 traineeships, and 700,000 visitors with more than 24 million page views. So it's been really a great vindication for us to show, and it shows that professional international experiences are something that people really are looking forward and really need and are really pursuing. So let's take a short look at the erasmusintern.org platform. For that, I will quickly switch to my demo setup. Once again, a reminder, as we're going through the demo, if you have any questions that come in your mind, then now is the time to really pursue them. Now, there's really two ways to experience erasmusintern.org, either as someone who is looking for an internship opportunity or as an organization that wishes to provide internship opportunities. Once you go to the site, you're treated with the main page, which shows the various different internship offers. We also highlight digital opportunity traineeships. We are one of the few platforms that have really committed to showcasing these as well in conjunction with the European Commission. We've also tried to make the platform as accessible as possible. So we have short explanations of how the platform works, what we describe as digital opportunity traineeships, what do we see as quality internships, what are the things we do to ensure that internships on our platform are of high quality, an FAQ both for internship seekers and providers, as well as, of course, the platform itself. Now, I've logged in for now as a person seeking an internship, which means that I have my profile. And it's in many ways similar to other platforms that you've probably seen in your life, where we wanted to showcase the various experiences you've gained. So whenever you register as a potential intern on the platform, you're asked to set up your profile, meaning you enter your name, your bio, your location, and after that you have the possibility to fill in your portfolio, so to speak. So your previous work experience, your education training experience, language skills, as well as various preferences. So preferences are where you can indicate what type of traineeships you're looking for to put you in contact with organizations that provide the traineeships that you're really pursuing. Now, I've been a bit lazy and haven't fully set up my account. So I just wanted to show that adding things to my portfolio is very simple. Just click, for example, to add some education training experience, and up will pop a form where I can fill in standardized data. So what was the institution where I pursued it, what was the country, what was the degree, and various different fields, depending on what was the thing that I developed. So we really try to help the potential internship providers to showcase all of the different experiences they've gained, both formal and non-formal, so that they can then apply for the internship. And as you fill in your profile, you will be also able to make your profile public. So internship providers have access to a list of active interns, so interns who are looking for possibilities to go on an Erasmus Plus internship. And of course, we can use these to shortlist or favorite ones that interest you and think that might be a good fit for your potential internship opening. Of course, to ensure data privacy protection, it is fully in the controls of the intern to set how much of their profile is visible or if it's visible at all. And this is then used as part of the communication process between the various different opportunities provided by the internship seekers and the students and youth seeking internship opportunities. Now I'll switch my hat a bit and now show what the platform looks from the side of an internship provider. So whenever you register on a platform as a person or an organization providing an internship, this is something you select in the first sign-up scene. You will go through a short validation process. So you will need to provide some legal information, primarily the VAT of your organization, which we then validate to make sure that we have authentic internship offers on the platform. And you can fill in the contact details of the person that is managing your openings or whoever you wish to put in contact with. potential internship applicants, and you can register as many as are needed in case you have multiple people managing internships in your organization, for example, and you can create a short bio explaining more about your organization. You can, of course, also then post internship offers, which you can see here. So you can see the internship offer that I've currently already opened. When you look at the internship application platform itself, it is a fairly standard web form that allows you to describe what is the opportunity that you're going to provide for potential applicants. So what is the name of the position, a summary, the time frame, deadlines, what is the field of studies that this is connected to, that allows you to already shortlist what type of students from which faculties of universities you're looking for, what are the financial compensation status, so is it a paid internship or not, and what exactly is covered or isn't covered, what is the expected commitment. So it allows you to very much build the traineeship that you want, also specify if it's a DOT, what is the location, requirements in terms of language or other skills. And of course, we try to keep it open-ended so you can also attach the call of your internship or link it to a site that you showcase your internships, really allowing you to set up what you want from your internship. And once you have created it, you can see it on the platform, the same way how trainees will be able to see it. You can publish and unpublish your internships at any moment. So for example, if you want to temporarily close applications, you can do that just because you have too many applicants to go through and you're not sure if you need to open it again or not. And you'll be able to see some details that you have provided based on what are the fields you filled in on the site. And as you receive applications, you'll be able to receive the messages. So, for example, you can see the internships and the various applications that have come in. So you see we have one application, since this is a test that's been sent in. You'll be able to see when they have applied, what was their name, in the case when you're using the real platform, their motivation letter that they have submitted when applying, as well as you can then either contact them using your chat on the platform, or you can then decide to either reject them in case you think their application isn't good enough, or you can shortlist them, which will signal to the intern on the platform that they've been selected for evaluation, which means they will know that you're considering them as someone that you want to take, which means you can continue communication. And once you've shortlisted, this platform instead gets replaced with the button to hire, which you can use to indicate in the platform that indeed this person is the one that you've selected for your internship. And once again, the intern will be informed that indeed they've been selected for this internship and that they can now proceed with making all the necessary preparations, such as preparing their learning agreements, deciding where they'll stay, all the various preparations you need to make as part of your internship. At the end, of course, the platform also tries to collect feedback. So once the process of the entire internship lifecycle has passed, the platform also offers users to fill in what their feedback was, which we then use to improve the user experience of the platform and in many ways to showcase just how Erasmus Plus internships are helping youth around Europe to develop. That is a very short insight into how the platform looks. I very much encourage you to go to the website and try it out for yourselves and see the full possibilities there. Because if I shift slowly back to the production version, you can see that we have a lot of internships open most of the time on the platform that you can search as a student, filter, and really pick the one that works best for you. Now, that was a very short insight into erasmusintern.org. We hope that you've been productive in putting your questions, as I wasn't paying to the screen. Just a short recap before that you can always reach out about questions about the platform to info@erasmusintern.org, which is our main contact email, and that the link of the site is erasmusintern.org. So, with that, thank you for your attention for the presentation, which means we can now go to the Q&A. You can still continue writing questions as we go, but now we will just take a short moment to really see what are the questions that have been coming in. So let's see.
Wait, should we start from the top?
I think that's going to be the most structured way to do that.
Yes. So the first question I can see is, I have a dual nationality, UK and Germany. Am I eligible to use Erasmus Intern?
Well, Erasmus Intern can be used also not only for Erasmus Plus internships, can be used for any type of international mobility or internship. It's just that, of course, the primary use case is Erasmus Plus internships. As you know, because of Brexit, the UK is no longer a part of the Erasmus Plus program. Negotiations are underway of what the future is going to be in terms of that. But for now, you would be able to participate in the Erasmus Plus program if you are an Erasmus Plus program country, which means either you're a member of the EU or some of the additional countries that are part of the Erasmus Plus program, which the UK is currently not. If you hold dual citizenship, you will be able to participate because one of your citizenships is from a program country. It's just that, of course, the application process will have to go through the country that is a member of the Erasmus Plus program, which means that it will be institutions from that country that can send you on Erasmus Plus internship. Just because you have dual citizenship doesn't mean you can go from a UK university on an Erasmus Plus internship currently, for example.
All right. And the next question that I can see is, I'm a non-EU student studying in Germany. Am I eligible for this program?
The participation in Erasmus Plus is really very much dictated by the Erasmus Plus program countries themselves and the institution you're joining in. So if you study in a university that is a Erasmus Charter holder, so they are a participant of the Erasmus Plus program, then indeed it is possible for you to pursue international opportunities as part of the Erasmus Plus program, especially because if you are studying for a degree in Europe, you already have a residence permit to stay in the EU, which means you are a member of the European community, so to speak, which means you have access to different services that EU residents have.
And the next question is Erasmus Plus available to British nationals? And I believe this question has already been answered. It depends on the institution that you study at. If you study at an institution that's enrolled at an Erasmus Plus program, then you are eligible to do it. And also, please remember that the Erasmus Intern platform is not only for Erasmus Plus internships, so you can find also other internships there.
It's very true.
All right, where are we in the questions now?
I see a question regarding recent graduates participating in Erasmus Plus. Short mention is that Erasmus Plus traineeships are actually unique in the aspect that they allow you to participate shortly after the end of your studies. So even if you have already graduated, the immediate half year after your graduation, you are able to say you want to go on an internship, and your institution can still send you and nominate you to go, which means that in case your academic program doesn't have a window to go on an internship, you still have the possibility to participate in it, as long as, of course, you qualify as a participant in the Erasmus Plus program because your sending institution is an Erasmus Charter holder.
And the next question I can see is, will there be any updated volunteer opportunities?
Indeed, the platform also provides volunteering opportunities, not just those that go under traditional internships. It's a feature that we're currently working on to build up a bit more, so it's not perhaps as well featured yet as the internships and the digital opportunity traineeships, but it's something that we are really working on behind the scenes to showcase a bit more. since the Erasmus program also provides volunteering opportunities, such as those as part of the European Solidarity Corps. And the application for those is usually fairly similar to an internship, which is why we thought that showcasing them on our platform is also going to be a good fit.
It's also worth mentioning that we in Erasmus Student Network are always recruiting volunteers as well. So if you would like to join ESN as a volunteer, you can do so by contacting the local section in your city and then on our website, esn.org, down here.
Exactly. You see, there's various different questions about time frames, age limits regarding the Erasmus Plus program. So I'll try to sum all of these in one answer. I invite you also to consult the Erasmus Plus website, as well as the Erasmus Plus website of your country regarding the Erasmus Plus program, as there can be short differences. But to sum it up very shortly, Erasmus Plus program opportunities available up to the age of 30. It really depends on there's certain difference between volunteering and internships. And you have a limit of participation part of as per each of the program you pursue in university. So for example, if you're enrolled in a bachelor program or a master program, then you are able to participate in Erasmus for a combined 12 months, which means you can, for example, do an academic exchange for 6 months, and you can still then do later on an internship in the same program for 6 months as well. The minimum time frame for a traineeship in Erasmus Plus is 2 months, which means that it's basically from 2 to 12 months if you don't pursue any other Erasmus opportunities that your internship could be. Of course, from our experience, an internship is usually 1 semester, so between 4 and 6 months usually that you would do an internship.
Yes, and to answer Daria, hello, by the way, glad to see our ESN volunteers here. And to answer Daria, yes, depends on the internship, of course, but a lot of the employers, they value the ESN experience. It is an asset in in a lot of the internships on the platform. And someone is asking, are there opportunities in the field of law? Yes, there are different opportunities in a lot of fields, including law.
Indeed. I mean, it very much depends on what are the internships currently available, but the Erasmus program does not really limit on specific fields. So even though there's a push to build digital competencies, of course, there's still internships in fields of law, science. You can really search and find what fits best for you.
All right, we have a question here. What are the restrictions on who can apply for the internships via your website?
When it comes to students, we have certain terms and conditions, but in general, we just allow anyone to register as long as they follow our terms and conditions, which means that they don't impersonate anyone. They provide truthful information, of course, about them. So, I mean, we try to keep the platform open as possible. Of course, each of the internship providers is at liberty to set certain requirements based on what they're looking for. So they might ask that the internship is only for master students. But from our standpoint, the platform is very open in terms of both who can provide internship opportunities. So it's not only companies, we also offer NGOs, for example, the chance to provide their volunteering and internship opportunities. So it's mostly about just getting various parties together, and we try to be a mediator and ensure that there's transparency and communication in good faith between both parties involved.
I think we only have 2 minutes left, so we have to wrap up with the question. But please remember that we are open at the booth, the ESN booth. So you're very welcome to come. We're going to be there, and we can answer all your questions. We also are available for video call individually. If you need any advice, then feel free to reach out. Should we take the last question? Something that we haven't answered, maybe, before we go?
I think let's take one final question and wrap up. see a question about COVID-19, which I think is quite accurate these days. Of course, participation in the Erasmus Plus program has changed in the past years. There's been a decrease in participation, and most of the internships have switched to taking place virtually, so you don't actually necessarily go to your destination or don't go there for the full time. I encourage actually to go to our website. We did a survey during the initial outbreak of COVID-19 on the impact that it had on students and the Erasmus Plus program. All right, so as Shardab mentioned already, feel free to approach us in the booth in case we didn't manage to tackle your question or you have a question. We hope this session gave you a brief insight into erasmusintern.org. Once again, check out the button for yourselves, and thank you all for joining this session. And on behalf of me and Shardab, we wish you enjoy the rest of the fair and see you all around. Thank you and stay safe.